Today is Wednesday, the 11th of November. It is Veterans Day, and tons of celebrations going on all over the state, all over the country today. But there's some special ones going on starting tomorrow. We're going to let you know about right now. We're talking about Rock for Vets. Dan Josephson is here from the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association, and one of our veterans joining us from the U.S. Army, Pete Vanderreet, is joining us as well. Rock for Vets is a multi-day event beginning tomorrow over in Clive, and need to find out more information about this. Dan, this is pretty exciting. We have some really good bands that are going to be playing in honor of the veterans.
Yes, we are, and one of the bands is one of our youth bands who won our Battle of the Bands, which we are concentrating on youth in our organization to try to keep rock and roll alive. Bad Authority is from Carroll, Iowa. They were the Battle of the Bands winner 2 years ago at Drake University when we had a competition there. And their ages are like 15 to 18, and they're wonderful musicians. It's unbelievable. Another band that will be playing, folks who have been inducted into our Hall of Fame have put together a band that they call Get Off My Lawn.
Get Off My Lawn. Jeff Martin is part of this group. Know him. Steve Matthews, folks know him from radio. Very popular band.
Right, and wonderful musicians. Paul Wilson is another one, and a couple others that I don't remember their names of right now, but unbelievable band. And then, of course, one of the most popular bands that ever came out of Des Moines back in the 60s and 70s, the Echoes 5. That will be on the show tomorrow night.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So we mentioned that things get up and going tomorrow night, and that's going to be over at
Seven Flags Event Center. Right.
Oh, wow.
Now, so that's going to be happening on Thursday, which is cool. Now, there's a couple of more events in association with this happening around the state, Jackie.
Oh, okay.
And tell everybody where those are going to be.
Right. The Rock for Vets that we do started a number of years ago. Originated up in our headquarters in Okoboji, Iowa.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And then it started to spread across the state. We've had several here in central Iowa in the past. This is the first year we've had 3 going across the state. And there's one, of course, ours will be tomorrow night at Seven Flags. There will be one Friday night up in Okoboji at the Roof Garden. And then there will be one at Marshalltown at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum on Saturday night.
Why is it so important to have events like this across the state?
To honor the veterans and let them know that we appreciate what they do. We think there's a real connection between what we do in our organization and how we can honor what they have done for us.
Pete, this has to make you feel really good.
It sure does. I'm here because I kind of have a foot in both camps. I'm a retired Army First Sergeant and also a rock and roll musician and a local band here whose members are all Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. I'm not, because I'm from Minnesota originally. But,
that's okay, we won't hold that against you.
Maybe down the line. But and I just want to say thanks to Dan and the organization for what they're doing for vets, and to encourage all the vets out there to get out and support this great event and take advantage of what they're doing for us. So.
Now, we know you said you're a rock and roller, but what does it mean as a vet to have an event like this come through the area?
Oh, anything that, any recognition and thanks that vets get, whether it's a pat on the back or, you know, a free breakfast at Hy-Vee or any of these places that do these things for us, is so appreciated. And so anything that people can do to recognize a vet today, it is more appreciated than you can imagine. So thanks.
We mentioned this, a little while ago. If you do know a vet, you see a veteran walking up, shaking their hand, looking them in the eye, and saying thank you. That really does mean a lot, doesn't it?
Sure does. Yep, means a lot, and we've got thousands of veterans in Iowa. It's not a big military location, but you can bet that probably every fifth person you walk by in the street is probably a veteran these days, and just say thanks. It means a lot.
And you hear about a lot of great events going on the next couple days, but you love one that involves some rock and roll.
That's right.
You can, and just listening, I was telling Jackie, you're listening this morning, this Rock for Vets thing is catching on all over the country. I believe Tony Orlando is playing a big concert tonight at a casino up in Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. They're expecting 10,000 people there.
Wow.
Later on tonight. So again, this is something that's really catching fire, and rightfully so.
Yes.
But let's review again. We have big concerts going on starting tomorrow night. Tell everybody where tomorrow night.
Right. Again, it's at Seven Flags Event Center. The doors open at to 6 o'clock, and the music starts at 7, and it's not going to go a long time, probably 10 to 10:30 is
All right.
how long the music will go.
And the bands that will be performing here in town tomorrow will be?
Well, Bad Authority, a youth band that won our Battle of the Bands a couple of years ago, and Get Off My Lawn, a bunch of Hall of Fame
Gotta love
folks that
that
we
name.
have. And the Echoes 5, top band from the 1960s and 1970s.
Okay, in
here
case
in
you're
Des Moines.
wondering about Bad Authority, the kind of music that influenced them.
Right.
Okay, we're talking about Kiss, Ted Nugent, Black Sabbath, Motley Crue, so mellow stuff. If you like the mellower kind of music.
Well, it is
Yes.
rock. It is rock
Talking
for
about.
vets. Are you going to be playing it all, Pete?
Nope. The band that I'm in has done it in the past, and they rotate bands through for these events, so it's really a big family.
What did you play? I'm curious.
I play bass
Yeah?
in a band called Boomerang, a local band.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yep,
So you're just going to rock tomorrow night?
exactly.
Okay, good.
You're not going to whip out your axe and jump up on stage and.
No, I'll let it go for tomorrow.
So people want more information on this. What's the best way to get more?
Well, the best way probably is to go to our website, of course, which is iowarockandroll.com.
That is a great website.
rocknroll.com.
There you
So
go.
our information is out there on all of these events, plus all the other things that we do to honor rock and roll as well as veterans.
Wonderful. Dan, thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
coming.
Thank you for
Appreciate
everything
it so
you've done,
much.
Pete.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for your service.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.